Genesis 26. And there was a scarcity of food in the land, besides the first scarcity of food, which was in the days of Abraham. And Yitzchak went to Abimelech, sovereign of the Philistines, in Gerar. And Yahuah appeared to him and said, Do not go down to Mitzrayim. Live in the land which I command you. Sojourn in this land, and I shall be with you and bless you. For I give all these lands to you and your seed, and I shall establish the oath which I swore to Abraham your father. And I shall increase your seed like the stars of the Shemayim, and I shall give all these lands to your seed, and in your seed all the nations of the earth shall be blessed. Think of that for a second. Which race, if you will, has blessed the entire earth? Because Abraham obeyed my voice and guarded my charge, my commands, my laws, and my Torah, and Yitzchak dwelt in Gerar. And when the men of the place asked about his Asha, he said, She is my sister. For he was afraid to say, She is my Asha, thinking, Lest the men of the place shall kill me for Ribkah, because she is good-looking. And it came to be, when he had been there a long time, that Abimelech, sovereign of the Philistines, looked through a window, and he watched and saw Yitzchak caressing Ribkah, his Asha. So Abimelech called Yitzchak and said, See, truly she is your Asha. So how could you say she is my sister? And Yitzchak said to him, Because I said, lest I die on account of her. And Abimelech said, What is this you have done to us? One of the people had almost lain with your Asha, and you would have brought guilt on us. And Abimelech commanded all his people, saying, He who touched this man or his Asha shall certainly be put to death. And Yitzchak sowed in that land, and reaped in the same year 100-fold. And Yahuah blessed him. And the man grew great, and went forward, until he became very great. And he came to have possessions of flocks, and possessions of herds, and a great body of servants, and the Philistine envied him. And the Philistine had stopped up all the wells which his father's servants had dug in the days of Abraham his father, and filled them with dirt. And Abimelech said to Yitzchak, Go away from me, for you are much mightier than we. So Yitzchak went from there, and pitched his tent in the wadi Gerar, and dwelt there. And Yitzchak dug again the wells of water, which they had dug in the days of Abraham his father, for the Philistine had stopped them up after the death of Abraham. And he called him by the names which his father had called them. But when Yitzchak's servants dug in the wadi and found a well of running water there, the herdsmen of Gerar strove with Yitzchak's herdsmen, saying, The water is ours. And he called the name of the well Esek, because they strove with him. And they dug another well, and they strove over that one too, and he called its name Sitnah. And he moved from there and dug another well, and they did not strive over it. And he called its name Rehoboth, and said, For now Yahuah has made room for us, and we shall bear fruit in the land. And from there he went up to Beersheba, and Yahuah appeared to him the same night, and said, I am the Elohim of your father Abraham. Do not fear, for I am with you, and shall bless you, and increase your seed for my servant Abraham's sake. And he built an altar there, and called on the name of Yahuah, and he pitched his tent there, and the servants of Yitzchak dug a well there. And Abimelech came to him from Gerar with Achuzeth, one of his friends, and Pichol, the commander of his army. And Yitzchak said to them, Why have you come to me, seeing you have hated me and have sent me away from you? But they said, We have clearly seen that Yahuah is with you. And we said, Please, let there be an oath between us, between you and us, and let us make a covenant with you, that you do no evil to us, as we have not touched you, and as we have done only good toward you, and have sent you away in peace. You are now blessed by Yahuah. And he made them a feast, and they ate and drank. And they rose early in the morning, and swore an oath with one another. And Yitzchak let them go, and they departed from him in peace. And on the same day it came to be that the servants of Yitzchak came and informed him about the well which they had dug, and said to them, We have found water. So he called it Sheba. Therefore the name of the city is Beersheba to this day. And when Esau was 40 years old, he took as wives Yehudith, the daughter of Beeri, the Kittite, and Basemath, the daughter of Elon, the Kittite. And they were a bitterness of spirit to Yitzchak and Rebekah. So Esau married 2 Canaanite women, and the bloodline couldn't go through the Canaanites. Keep that in mind as we read on.